Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. We're continuing with... Where is it? There it is. Okay, it took a second for it to load for some reason. The Wheel of Viewer Suggestions. Don't think anything's been added since last time, so let's spin. What's today's run gonna be? And, oh, looks like it's maximum suppress. Alright. So this is it's a very simple joke for this one. It being that, well, we're just gonna run everything that's got suppression of some kind. Sure, we'll take Wound Flared, why not? Let's see, so, you do... I think this is the team, if I'm not mistaken. Because Rabbit has Quick Suppression. Ishmael has Suppress. LCCB Ishmael to be specific. LCCB Rodion also has Suppress? Yep. And then we've got... Viking Sinclair also has Suppress, but as a skill 2, that's right. So we're throwing him on. And Gregor has flexible suppression. There we go. So we've got 3 people who've got a skill just straight up called suppress. We've got flexible suppression, and we've got quick suppression. Truly an interesting combination. For sure. I think I did check in the past, and the other 2 Zwei units do not also have suppression. Those being Zwei Rodion and Zwei Faust. This is the team. Sure, we'll go in that order. Why not? Rabbit Heathcliff being, first is usually a bad play, but, like, it's Mirror Dungeon. Enemies are gonna die super fast to him. Let's see, we've got to go for the suppress skill whenever it appears. And it looks like we can only go for Sinclair this turn. Alright. Fair enough. We've still got everyone else doing their stuff. Third Coin of Guardian's gonna give everyone defense level up next turn. Not that we really need it for anything, but it's funny. Ooh, Sinclair almost killed there, not quite. There we go, we've got a quick suppression. We'll have a chance, yeah, it'll go off, that's for sure. I don't think bottom right guy is gonna... I don't think all of these guys are all gonna be dead, so we will get the chance to quick suppress one of them. Yeah. They die. Yeah, flexible suppression, that's all we got this turn. I guess when possible in shops, I'm gonna give people more their relevant suppression skill. Which is like skill 3 for the LCCB and Rabbit units, and it's the skill 2 for Sinclair and Gregor. So that's our focuses. Because it's just oddly present. I know it's because, like, suppress is, like, what they say when, referring to taking down abnormalities. Like, you're not killing abnormalities, you're suppressing them. So, suppression's, like, a big thing. Which makes perfect sense for rabbits. It doesn't, like, make the most sense why, like, Zwei worry about suppression. But, like, that's a different kind of suppression, I think, is what they're getting at. We've got a lot of suppresses this turn. 3 of them, in fact. This one for the defense level down, the paralysis, all that jazz. Sinclair's for, like, tremor, and Gregor's for just stupid damage. Okay. This quick suppression is not worth it, but we're still gonna go for it, because we might as well. Doing it on, like, the 17 HP staggered guy. Nice. We do have a little bit of, like, tremor synergy going on in this team. So tremor stuff isn't bad for us. So we've got both LCCB Ishmael, who's one of the best tremor units in the game with this skill too. And we got Sinclair, who, doesn't have... He's not a good tremor. He's the average, like, on-release tremor unit. Because on release, every single tremor unit was garbage. except for LCCB Ishmael. They kind of forgot to include grammar support for later online. Same with syncing, really. And poise didn't actually get good until they actually brought an upside 4 and made it so crits were actually worthwhile. A lot of stat effects really needed some changing for them to actually work. I was gonna blast, sure. Hi, you got this. Nice. You needed all of them, so there's a chance something went wrong, but all went well. You... Low for everyone, alright. We'll send you in here then. Do you not have anyone with good wrath or lust? I guess not. Oh well, that's fine. That would have been what? That's the medkit. We don't really need the medkit. I'm fine without. It's just healing. And what are the chances that someone's gonna like die a horrible death here? Probably low. Hard to say. Nice. Boss's floor is Ting Tang Boss Man. Who, I mean, we'll just kill. That's all there is to it. We're gonna shoot bottom left guy. And bottom left guy is just gonna die from this. Even if he resists pierce, he gets staggered, yeah. He goes down. Good, yep, nice. The boss is panicking and staggered and all that stuff. And we can use your suppress now. Looks good. This is another 2 suppress turn, I think it is. Yeah. Eventually we'll get a turn where we can use all 5 eventually we'll get a fight where we can use all 5 suppresses turn 1. We have to be a little lucky until we can change some decks around. Since that requires, 3 skill 3s. We need more of those skill 3s. Definitely doable. Charge doesn't help us that much. Sun Shower doesn't particularly help us. We might get Sloth Resonance. Yeah, sure, we don't need resources, so I'll take it. Especially if we do get to the point where we decide, we're just gonna spam egos. It happens pretty frequently for me, so, who knows? Let's do a suppression themed question of the day. Question of the day, which abno is your favorite to suppress? I don't mean like favorite abno design, I just mean favorite abno as far as fighting goes. Which one you enjoy suppressing the most? But for me, it's probably been like Ebony Queen for me. She's just a fun fight, and like I think she's definitely far too weak nowadays. But, like near release and stuff, she's super fun. Really, the first and one of the only fights on release to actually take the body systems like well. Super good like tutorial fight for teaching you that kind of thing. Just seeing it take a couple chapters for it to really be relevant again, beyond like just minor stuff. But super good fight. I always enjoy when I see it. Yeah, leave your answers in the comments below. I'd had to get in like a suppression themed question of the day, I suppose. Why not? It's just too perfect not to. And speaking of suppression, the Lob Corp stream last night, I managed to basically first try Gaburator suppression without needing to use the shelter at all. And I say basically because it was technically second try, because first try I sent Melon asked to fight Gabura to the death, and then Melon died, and then I restarted. Oh, Lunar Memory. That would have been cool. Not that we really need it. But it's been a while since I actually got lunar memory. Maybe? It probably has been. I think the last time I was also just in the shop and I didn't get it. It's always the second floor shop for some reason. No need healing, alright. Well, that's fine, I'm not too bothered. Yeah, so the Lob Corp streams are going pretty well. Next stream we're gonna do like just said core suppression. And then we're gonna be pretty close to the end, that's for sure. Although the worst is yet to come. Exciting, I know. God, I'd love the worst. I also do realize I gave Gregor another skill 3 when I meant to give him another skill 2 because I wasn't thinking. Too busy talking about it. I think lunar memory distracted me. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to give him another skill 3. And I completely forgot the entire point of the run would have been to give him another skill 2. That's fine. Skill 3 is good too, it's just not suppress. It's not as flexible suppression. So it could have been better. Oh, yep. Shoot the guy who's already deeply wounded, of course. Look at that damage from Gregor. So awesome. And, yep, gets a kill there. Gets haste next turn. They really gave haste to a tank. Who would have thought? Never would have seen it coming. Let's see, we've got like what? Isn't it like... I guess like 2-3 more days until we actually get Molar Otis now, yeah. That'll be cool. Another good Tremor unit's always nice. Especially because can't, what is it, doesn't our Sun Shower burst on a crit or something? Like, if you manage to crit with Otis Sun Shower, I think it also bursts Tremor, which is very funny. What are you going for? Oh yeah, you can get that. Suppress that guy. Actually, no, save the suppress. This guy doesn't deserve the suppress. We'll save that for the next phase, I think. So we can just suppress if Ishmael gets, you know, high speed. Resisting slash, of course, because you're weak to blunt. It's a little bit of bleed. You're gonna lose it all here, but it's a little bit more damage, that's good. It's all thanks to the wound clear, it's significantly increasing the bleed we inflict. Yeah, there's the stagger. Not enough damage to bring you to 1-8 this turn, but we can do that next turn by just using a bunch of weakish attacks. Save our strongest for next phase. We Guardian here, yeah, Guardian. So we can get our defense level next turn in case we need it. They'll probably just Unga Bunga him to death. Maybe. It depends on Ishmael's speed. If Ishmael gets high speed, that would be really good for us. Because then she can inflict her fragile, like, first thing. And then all our other attacks can go off, and we can theoretically maybe one-turn this guy? I don't know if we could. Without, you know, using some egos, though. I mean, we do have Heathcliff with multiple speed slots, though. Oh, that's good. That's a good speed value for you to have. Alright, everyone go for the head. Press. Speed's not the best, but that's fine. You can quick suppression, you'll still do pretty well. And yeah, I'm just gonna go for this for the sake of the joke. We just want this guy dead. Yeah, 5 fragile, take 50% more damage. Weak to sloth. Yeah, we get hit a little. Everyone's got defense level though, so it's not too bad. It means he's healing himself with some of these, but that's fine. It's for the joke. Okay, we just have Rabbit Heathcliff's attack left. Okay, 9 fragile. Concentrated fire with 9 fragile. Come on. There we go. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a 3-turn fight overall, which is, like, not the best. You could theoretically have two-turn this guy. I'm sure you actually physically can. I don't know why I say theoretically. Cool, though. Or damage to single targets? Sure. For our successful suppression. Yeah. We'll fight Pekatule. Like that probably works.
천천히 가자니까.
Alright, and let us see.
늦으면 메피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
I don't know if there's going to be anything else in this week's update. I do wonder how much stuff is planned for this next month or two. 2 months, really. We're probably not getting Canto 5 till December. It's just the vibe I'm getting. You redirect to that guy, and then you can suppress this thing neutral. Not great, but that's fine. Pretty good there. This guy needs a tails for us to win. There we go. Losing the first point really doesn't matter, because that's just the burst tremor coin. It would be really bad if, you know, she actually wanted the burst tremor there, because that's her only burst tremor without using Snag Harpoon. It's the first point of her skill 3. That's pretty fine. Okay, nice. Yeah, these guys are all staggered. Okay, pretty convenient. Yeah, you do it like this, maybe. Baton. Something like that, yeah, that'll work. Have our weak baby attacks go to the top right from our 2 weak baby units. This is going to leave the guy on 1 HP, so yeah, Sinclair can finish him off. We could have just ignored him and let him bleed to death next turn, but I'd rather just finish him this turn, because everything else dies here. Yeah, because Flexible Spread's absolutely killing the last guy. There we go. Pretty good. As I was saying before, I distracted myself. Like, I've said this so many times, but it's because I really want there to be different Luxcavations, because Luxcavations have existed for half a year now, and they have not changed at all. Beyond, like, changing the backgrounds. I'd really like that, because there's definitely some other fights that would be a little bit better, I think. Just get rid of Cyborgs and I'm satisfied. Honestly, Cyborgs and Doomsday Counter, those are the 2 I least like fighting. Because they just have so many phases. And I really want a way to get more thread. Because I'm doing very well on thread right now, but I'd like more. I want to get everything up high if possible. Definitely possible, like, theoretically. But it would take a lot, that's for sure. I've already got, like... I feel like I counted, I've got, like, half of the 3 stars. Not even half of the 3 stars in the game up died. To 4. I've got, like, 20 of them. Which sounds like a lot, but, I mean, it is a lot. That is half. What am I saying? I counted it for some reason at some point. Okay, you get another skill too, because we remember this time. Do we want any of these? Not particularly. More Tremor could be good. Yeah, sure, we'll take it. It's not the most important thing, but you know, it's something. We'll go top half. That'll work. New Luxcavations, new XP Luxcavation too. Because, you know, they're, like, surely they're just gonna add, like, a level 35 and you just fight some, like, K-Corp guys or something, or Lobotomy Eco guys, probably. It would just make perfect sense. And it's very unreasonable. I've got everything at level 30. I'd like everything at level 35, but that would take a lot of tickets. And a lot of modules to get that many experience tickets. Is it like 20 level 3 tickets to get someone from 30 to 35, if I'm not mistaken? Somewhere in that range. Since you get what? You get like 4... You get 4 XP tickets for spending 2 modules. I mean, effectively 10 modules to get a single person from 30 to 35, which isn't a lot, but there's so many identities in the game. I should probably just level up anything that I ever, like, plan to use in Mirror Dungeon 2 hards. Like, before I do a Mirror Dungeon 2 hard run, I should probably just level up everyone to 35. And that way I'll, like, slowly but surely get everyone leveled up. And I'll get a good balance of actual, like, 2 stars and 3 stars. Since Mirror Dungeon 2 hard, you actually do have to use a couple 2 stars for maximum efficiency. There's a victory. And we get an event now, and then we'll fight our Blunt Week boss. Okay. This is very good for suppression, because we'll use this to suppress abnormalities, or 20% damage buff against abnormalities. And now, here's either Guido or Morel. Either of which should be fine. Yeah, Morel. Alright. Let's see, neutral, ooh. Fine, hopeless from you. You defend. Yeah, you'll resist this, you can just defend it. Reduce the damage taken. Guardian, everyone's gonna take even less damage this turn. That's good for our less than ideal clashes. Come on, there we go. Big flash, but yeah, it'll be decent damage since it's weak to pierce. Not the best, but decent. And you're stuck with this guy again because you're the slowest. Okay, so you're gonna block again. Not much else you can do. And yeah, this isn't 6 speed, so it's not gonna do as much damage as I'd like. And Sinclair takes only a couple points of damage, that's good. This guy's taking a lot. This guy's probably just straight up staggering this one. Yeah. Almost stagger plus as well. Fine, you still have plenty of ammo. You can go for like this. That's pretty good, yeah. He resists the slash. Still almost staggered. Sinclair could stagger if he wins the clash, maybe? No, he's not gonna do enough damage. Yeah. Oh well. In time. We've got this, and then we've got Rodion suppressed to stagger this one. They're weak to envy, yeah. That's good. Ooh, suppress. Flexible suppression, suppress, shove, bludgeon, rust. Penetrate fire, quick suppression, strong strike. Alright, yeah, that'll work. And here we go, Merle's finally being staggered by this gunshot. Means quick suppression. Not quite enough to finish him off, but is Sinclair? Yeah, Sinclair is finishing him off. There we go, with a strong strike with a little baseball bat long. And it's just you left? Oh, the Tremor Burst actually did like a lot there. Without the Tremor Burst, we wouldn't have finished this turn. We would have had to take another turn just to do absolutely nothing. Alright, let's see. Ego resource, charge count. Alright, we'll take Coffee and Cranes then. We've lost... Huh. We don't need it. Yeah. Shh. That's fine. It was just kind of a random pick. We didn't really need any Ego gifts that much. Because it was either, you know, minimal amount of Ego resources, minimal amount of Ego resources, or minimal amount of charge. None of which really synergizes with anything we've got going on. You're weak to this, that's good. Love to see it. Love to exploit their weaknesses. I really did exploit that guy's weakness, 25 HP. 2 of them are stagger plus thanks to this flexible suppression. Doesn't matter what you use here. Yeah, that thing's dead.
내 뒤로.
Speaking of that thing being dead, this thing's dead.
날
This
뛰어보라고.
person has been shot a couple times.
승객이 딱
And that's all it
생각한
takes.
위험 요소
거였어.
제거.
지켜냈어.
날 뛰어보라고.
1 HP, alright, that's fine. We were gonna take another turn either way, because we still have this guy to beat up, because he's still at near full HP. Probably because he's either been clashing against Sinclair or Rodion, since they're the ones that really don't do any damage. He did decent damage there. Maybe I shouldn't crash on them too much.
위험 요소
좋다. 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
목표.
Yeah, then there's a stagger plus, and Ishmael finishes the job.
표적 확인.
Alright,
표적 완전
pretty good. Now we can change some skills more. Is it going to be Gregor again? It sure is Gregor again. Alright. If Gregor knows skill 3, you're out of skill 1s now. But you've got 4 skill 2s and 2 skill 3s. Don't my Gossipium does nothing for us, so we saved for the last shot. And we... Oh yeah, take bottom path. What's that? Blunt Pride. Dog, right? I think so.
최선을 다해
So we fight 2
지켜낼게요.
Abnos, we get an event, and then we fight the dog. Or fight 2 Pekatulum fights. Since that's all focus encounters are in this dungeon.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
See, this will do a lot to one of you guys. We're doing pretty good on speed here. This thing, and then quick rounds you. Yeah, that looks good. Dominating across the board.
교전 시작.
Got a couple suppresses going off. Not the most suppresses, but you know, a couple of them. The flexible suppression does good damage if they're weak to the slash. Suppress should do decent damage if they're weak to the envy. Yeah, nice.
무얼 잘못했는지 아는 것
Quick rounds weak to blunt.
시작이랬어. 표적 확인.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도
Concentrated
쉽게
fire,
시작할 수
because
있을
these
거야.
guys are neutral to gluttony. Well, the lust guys are resistant to gluttony, that's the only reason. Oh, that was a dominating, but you got the 5% tails and you got beaten up. That's a classic Zvi Sinclair moment, though, you gotta admit. Classic Zvi Sinclair. Well, we do something like this.
로자. 교전 시작.
And this one probably just straight up dies, weak to envy, after all. Yeah, and it's quick suppression, I don't know why that's like a... I'm saying like that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Like,
위험
it's
요소
quick suppression, of course it's killing.
다른 신나.
And this doesn't quite kill, but that's why we have Sinclair for backup. Make sure they all go down. Yeah, this 20% extra damage really makes killing these guys a breeze.
지켜냈어.
Makes them, it harkens back to the days when they had like 50 HP max. Instead of their current like 150 HP. When like a single attack would pretty easily kill old Pekatule. Now a single attack can pretty easily kill a single Pekatule. In the right circumstances. If it's the right attack. Oh, this fight again? The exact same fight? Alright. Don't have as good as a starting hand though. Starting set of hands, I guess. Neutral, yeah, that'll happen. Not much we can do about that. We've got some skill ones, we kinda gotta bet on some of these neutrals. Yeah, that one worked out pretty well. And will Ishmael's work out pretty well? We'll see after like 2 clashes of other people.
거기까지. 어이쿠. 그 정도인가?
Cool.
훌륭하오.
Yeah, this one also goes well, even if it resists gluttony, it's still prize daggers here.
굉장해요.
Yeah, this one's also doing a lot of damage, yes. And Ishmael losers, that's fine. We'll probably have a quick suppression this turn or something. Oh, we don't. Right, well we can concentrated fire. And that gets us, like, into a similar position. Like that. That should be something. Yeah, that'll work for now. We're not killing everything this turn, that's fine. We don't have enough of them at low enough HP values to get a mass kill. We'll just try killing as many of them as we can with some of our stronger attacks. Yeah, flexible suppression, this doesn't kill really. Oh no, it does. I thought it was just gonna slightly not kill, but no, it did do enough. Yeah, you don't kill. There's only 2 left, one is staggered, one not. So, we just pull out the... almost everyone can suppress this turn. Only one that can't is Sinclair. Who, it is a skill too, so he really could. Oh wow, that's fine. It's still a lot of suppression, even if it's not the most.
적확한 한압이었어.
And now we get an event. What do we want? Is there anything else that helps against abnos in particular? Not really. A charge count, sure. This is more resources, but sure. Sinclair, you got this, 95. Good job.
저를 믿어주셔서 감사해요.
And now we can fight a wolf, which should be pathetically easy, especially if we get lucky with like a quick suppression at high speed or like a Ishmael suppress at high speed just to get a bunch of fragile onto this guy. Oh, you're there, interesting.
다치시지 않게 싸우셨으면 좋겠어요.
Well, you do have the quick suppression. Only you can benefit from it though. That's fine. It'll work. We do it like this, and that'll be pretty good, I think.
교전 시작합니다.
Not the best, because even if Gregor has, or no, even if Heathcliff has really high speed, he's not higher than the others, so they're not going to gain their damage benefit. However, quick suppression at 6+ speed is tails. That's rude. Well, either way, this guy's at 180 HP.
좀 지친 것 같아요.
He's not living the turn. In case it isn't obvious. I think it really should be obvious though. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Mirror Dungeon 2 normal wolf's kind of a pushover, because the hard wolf has like 1000 HP for the body. This one's got like 100 HP for the body, and that's the only thing its attacks go on. More burn, more poise. We'll just take tomorrow's fortune even as late as it is. The others do like nothing. Okay, we go bottom path. Something like that should work? Yeah. I'm liking the looks of that one. I think. I think it's pretty good. Okay, one week. Got a couple attacks for these guys. You've got to defend for you. Okay, there we go. Should be pretty good. Stagger this guy so you're not going to get like countered. Stagger plus this guy so he's very dead. I think there's been hit a bit, that's fine. We can quick suppression you for some serious overkill. Yeah, there we go.
훌륭하오. 이외에 특별히 첨언할 이유도 없군.
Fair enough.
거기까지.
지켜냈어.
우리가 우세. 서둘러
Okay.
끝내보자고.
And then we just do this. Finish everything off. That'll work. These guys are little bits of pushovers if you have, you know, more than a single center. They'll demolish you if you're trying to go for a solo run and you don't, you know, stagger them quick enough with their bleed stacking and their nails. Otherwise, they don't do much of anything. Ignore you. Take another abno fight, then we'll take another abno fight, take our shop, take one more fight, and then the boss. Who I did not see the weakness for the boss. So I don't know who it is yet, but I'm sure whoever it is we can suppress them. Because it is an abnormality, so there will be suppression.
힘내긴 해보자고.
And you can kill that guy. Okay, that's a favorite at least. Neutral. Favored. Struggling. Alright, you block against that guy then. That's all Sinclair's really been doing, because he does not win clashes.
날 뛰어보라고.
You really think that Ty Sinclair would do a little better winning clashes, given that he's a unit that has like he's like a low point high roll unit, or you'd think, but he's kind of like a low point mid roll unit, which really doesn't work, which should be obvious. Ooh. Okay, we still get one hit off. More would have been pretty good because you do pretty good slash damage, but that's. Yeah, you get hit here. Neutral. Now we gotta suppress you. We can use a couple gunshots here and there. Maybe like that. And we'll like suppress you, and then we'll like guardian you. Redirect that though. Probably not guardian you. Probably guardian you. Sure, why not? Okay, I'll die here. Yeah, this guardianing this guy was the correct move. This one's dead. Bottom right probably won't die to suppress. Ooh, especially if you lose a coin. Well, it's still good damage. That guy's staggered next turn. It'll just be the only bottom right left alive. Because Guardian might not kill. And it should. Yeah, it'll kill. It didn't kill. 2 HP. Well, that's fine. We kill now. And with pretty relative ease. There we go. There's a victory, and we have to do what's probably going to be the exact same fight immediately after. Oh no, it's different weaknesses. I thought it would be the same. But no, it's different weaknesses, so it probably will be a different fight entirely. It won't be, it'll probably be one that's weak to like Blunt and Gloom or something, since it doesn't say Blunt and Gloom here.
먼저 끝내고 돌아오는 친구는 맛있는 거 사줄게. 물론 회사 카드로.
You guys, it is a different fight entirely, but like only slightly. Well, it was gonna be less guys no matter what, I think. Yeah, how about this? Concentrate fire works. Okay, neutral. All right, you got this, Sinclair. We believe in you? Question mark. Nice. We shouldn't have believed in Ishmael, I suppose. That's fine. She'll have aggro next turn, you know, maybe they'll all go for Urban Killer or something. That'd be cool. Okay, you win your clash. Whether or not Sinclair wins his clash is up to chance. He won his clash. It didn't really matter because he does barely any damage. He would have taken barely any damage. But it's good that he won the clash either way. Okay, that should work. They're not all dead. Once again, I think we kill all the staggered ones, which is kind of the most important thing. Because the ones that are staggered this turn won't be staggered next turn. Well, the ones that are attacking this turn, we don't really need to kill as urgently because we're probably staggering them. Not if this guy keeps on getting heads, jeez. That's unfortunate. A little bit of damage on Heathcliff. A lot of damage on Heathcliff, really. He'd get staggered, though, so we're fine. And that one's still slightly alive, but we're relying on Sinclair to finish him off. Come on, Sinclair. 10, not nearly enough, yeah. Well, it bleeds to death. So we can just really clash like with anything on that guy. Like, we do that and we win. Yeah. The press, this will stagger, and we've got a bunch of other attacks going for this one as well. Yep, down it goes. So now it's just the guy who we clash and he instantly dies. Yep, there we go. That's why we didn't even need to bother with winning the clash. Literally anything would kill. Alright, now we got a shop. Who are we gonna change? Is it gonna be Gregor again? No, Heathcliff. Alright, we give you another skill 3. Definitely. Probably should change the skill 2 to skill 3, but that's fine. What else do we want? Bloody Gadget, 2 damage up to a random ally, effectively. Inflicting bleed, inflict more bleed. It's a funny idea. We can get both, actually, yeah. Alright then, we will get both. And we will continue on. One more fight. We don't need a risky encounter now. Cost is nothing for us. And it's a piercing gloom fight, so it's either Centipede or Fox. Either of which we should be able to do pretty well against. I'd say at least. Neutral, oh yeah, you don't have the coin power, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you still get 3 coins off, that's still pretty good. Still enough to stagger. Oh, I didn't quite stagger that guy, that was close though. Oh, and you're going for that one, I see. I see what you're getting at, little robot. You're not healing at least. You buffed this guy, but shouldn't matter. Flexible suppression. We go for the gluttony. I like the idea of going for the gluttony. It's not the best move overall. Like, yeah, Ishmael lost her clash. That's fine though. 'Cause it buffed everyone else. Stop there, please. God, they really want these guys. They really want our sinners to not kill them, but they're not getting that luxury. They really aren't. Feeling a little sad, are ya? Oh, quick expression. Yeah, there we go. That's game. Yeah, definitely. There we go. How much of a damage increase is like Stagger Plus? Stagger Plus is like 50% more, right? It's like 2.5 times damage instead of 2.2 times damage. I think Stagger Plus Plus is 3 times. Something like that. Or is it just straight up 2 times to 3 times to 4 times? I don't think it is, but it might be. I don't know, there's not a lot of enemies you can Stagger Plus. It's really just your units that can get Stagger Plus. And at that rate, like, you're already pretty much dead, so the damage multiplier doesn't make that big of a difference. Box time. What do we do here? We're definitely gonna body sack for haste next turn. And we'll do that on one of these things randomly, probably. Or should we do it on you? Probably not the worst idea. Press for damage down. Interesting. You're the best mass attack we have. Is it a negative? It is a negative. We do it like that. We just go for 3 target mass attack then. Go for you guys. Alright, interesting. That works actually. They resist Wrath though. They sure do. Do you have anything slightly better than Pride and Sloth? We only have a single Pride Ego and that's not even a mass attack. Alright. What do we have for mass attacks that fit these criteria? Then we can, like, leg or domain. We can rhyme shank. Yeah, sure. We'll rhyme shank these guys. Like that. Just for some good damage. We don't have to worry about these guys too much. You hit that guy. Then we're gonna, like, Guardian. That's the wrong one, yeah. You can go for one of these then. Yeah, you go for that one, you go for this one, and then you can, like, block this one. We're gonna get hit by the Sorrowful Recoil, you should be fine, though. Yeah, this'll work. Tails, oh well. Kind of betting on it staggering, and, you know, we kind of need the heads for it to stagger, so that's unfortunate. We're gonna get hit by some of the umbrellas, then. Oh well. Body sack, because I did in fact see that we do in fact get quick suppression. We're gonna draw it next turn, so if this +3 haste is gonna mean that he's very likely to go first. And he'll get a second speed slot too, so he'll have even more gunshots to use. Oh, head staggered, really? Huh.
완벽한 한 방. 시원한
Alright.
걸?
Sure thing. Yeah, now the umbrellas go. It's pretty minor.
저거 봐. 쟤 휘청거리고 있다.
Oh, 2 of them? Okay. You know, you want to shoot the head. What's the head's resistances? Ineffective to envy. Both of them are ineffective. Yeah, they're identical. Alright. Well, we're just gonna kill you, honestly. We use a couple egos for, like, you, I guess. So you just do a little more damage. Don't overclock this. Just do a normal Art of Blossom Star. Yeah, that should work. Shh. Just for a little more damage. And you should probably use an ego, too. Like, drop, like, a... What's your weaknesses, again? How do you feel about gluttony? You're weak to gluttony. Yeah, drop a range from 3 to knowledge. Sure. Why not? There we go. And, we're going to straight up inflict, 8 fragile onto this guy. And the egos are very likely going to be overkill. Yeah, seeming like it. You take 80% more damage, so... We killed the fox this turn and there's nothing it can do to survive. Yeah. Pretty convenient, pretty good suppression, I'd say. Took him a second to figure out what to do there. Even after all the umbrellas died, fair. There we go, though. 40%, yeah, wonder why. Insert took 200 damage, wonder why. Your muscles are quivering with excitement, you say. Fair enough, you sure did just kill a bunch of creatures. Sure did maximize suppression.
아침부터 모여서 연구시키는 거 하루 이틀은 좀
Yes,
봐주면
oh yeah,
안 될까? 머리에 제대로 들어오지도 않는데.
I folded, it's worth it though. This will last like several months. Especially because I never need to actually like spend like paid lunacy to do pulls because I can just use my 400 boxes. I just want to make sure I'm set for a while, and you know, this works. Gotta get my daily extraction. Like we got 7 Ryoshu there, and we got a base Rodion, and then another base Sinner. How cool! Like look at this. Look at this thread amount. Look at these shards. It's getting much better. 400 boxes. We're gaming. Exciting. But yeah, that'll be all for this episode. Very funny idea. Makes a lot of sense though, because there's so many skills that have suppress in the name, simply because abnormality. I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up getting, you know, more. Because like, quick suppression is the name of a card from Ruina, so that one makes sense. I don't think there was a card named Suppressed by Zwei though. I don't know why that's a reoccurring thing with the Zwei. And LCCB are new, but because they're so closely tied to Limbus, which is closely tied to Lob Corp in some way, it makes sense that they also focus on suppression. The Zwei is the one that doesn't make sense. But it's because, like, if they're police, so they, like, suppress things. It's a different kind of suppression. But that's enough of that tangent. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!